Ken Shamrock, who was from like way back in the day. People who watch like 1993 fighting watch Ken Shamrock. It's an old UFC fight of Ken Shamrock versus a guy by the name of Pat Smith, who's kind of more of a street brawler, kind of more of a boxer guy. And Ken ended up taking him down and dropped directly back for a leg lock to finish him right away. It was kind of one of those big things where the UFC came out, grappling was new. Like, oh man, like he didn't knock him out, he did something else, and the guy gave up. Like they thought the only way you could beat somebody was like hitting him in the face. But so this is really one of the first instances of leg locks that kind of brought leg locks to the forefront in terms of an important submission. I'll borrow Sam for this. Now, in the actual bout, by the way, he dropped back for a really mean heel hook. Because heel hooks are really mean, we're going to do an Achilles lock right now. But the concept and most of the setup is going to be almost identical. So Sam's here, and he's in his guard. So I just took him down, tackled him. I'm here. What I'm going to do is, since his guard wasn't locked, so Pat didn't really know what he was doing on bottom. He was trying to kind of hit Ken. Ken was covered up, and Ken brought one knee up in the center, like so, and he took the second leg of his, staying low. He didn't stand up to do this. Staying low, he took the second leg out, kicked it forward, and brought it right to the side of Pat's hip. Here. You see right? This is where I want to be. So now my shin and my foot are both blocking at his hip in this one position. We're going to turn this into the Achilles lock in just a second. So I'm in position. I'm going to back out, put a knee up in the middle. My foot is going to kick out almost like that Russian dance, like da-da-da, when they did that little kick out thing. Just like that. I did that on the weekends. So cross training. Kick, fall off to my side. I'm going to fall to my left hip in this particular case. So I'm falling to my left hip. I don't want to go straight back. I want to go off to my side. Now, I can push Sam's knee a little bit, and I'm going to choke back so I get my hand as deep to the end of his ankle as I can here. Here. I don't want to be up at halfway up his calf. Sam's got really long legs, so I've got a lot of space here. This is really hard to submit Sam. Instead, I'm going to push his knee forward. I'm going to choke back way to the end of his ankle. And I'm going to hoist my hand up high to my chest. The lower it is towards my belly button, the worse the bite is. And also, it just makes it harder to finish when I drive my hips forward. So I'm going to hoist my hand up high, like I'm trying to touch my sternum with it. And now I can lock my hands together, or I can pull up on this wrist. This might be the grip we'll use. I'll have you guys grab your own wrist and lift. And now I'm going to lean off onto the side of my right shoulder. So it'll be very nice to Sam here. I'm going to lean off onto the side of my right shoulder, and kicking off with my foot. Notice my heel is in, my toes are pointed out. Kicking off with this foot and stretching, pinching my knees together and stretching with my legs, I'm going to create tension, almost like he's a Lego guy and I'm trying to like pop his foot off. I just detach it like that. That's really the mechanism. It's not just trying to squeeze the ankle. That by itself won't get the tension. So again, we talk about jiu-jitsu, little people beating big people, big muscle groups being engaged against small areas. I'm not just using my massive biceps against Sam's foot, because I haven't done steroids in months, and that alone just isn't that, it's just not as strong as when I was in full force with that stuff. So I'm here. Sidebar, I've never done steroids. There's going to be like two of you guys that are like, I knew those trophies were from something. Good technique. So, anyway, I'm here. I hoist this up nice and high. It's not my arms that are getting the job done. It's my legs extending, the strongest muscle group of my body. When I'm doing a squat, boom, I'm stomping. I have a 90-degree bend in my leg, 90-degree bend in my hips. A lot of power to explode. Literally the strongest motion of the human body. I'm using all of that right up against his ankle. So it starts with a nice tight grip, but it's not my arm that gets the job done. I drop down towards his shoulder, I lean my weight onto that foot, hold it nice and tight, and I stretch and extend, keeping my hand up high. I don't let my hand fall to my waist. Keep it at my chest, stretch, nice easy submission. Very, very, very simple. So we'll go once more through. Here, boom, tackle Sam. I bring my leg up in the middle. This foot, keeping my hips nice and low, is going to curl out and around and land right on his hip. Heel in, toes pointed out. And I land on my side. I don't go straight back on my butt. I land on one hip. Choke back on this foot. If I need to choke back farther, watch, I smear his knee forward a little bit. Helps me choke back a little farther. Choke back. Lock. Hold it up to my chest. Fall off to that shoulder. And now I use the strongest muscle group of my whole body against just his foot here, extending. Get my submission, okay? So be easy on each other. Classic Achilles lock setup. We're going to go into this one.
Do you want to learn all of these UFC techniques in a free DVD sent to you? We literally have the entire seminar on DVD, and we will send this DVD to you free, shipped, and we're sending them all over the state of Rhode Island simply by visiting blackdiamondmma.com/UFC. and filling in the form there, or by giving us a call at 401-308-3229. In addition, you'll also get a copy of my book, The Unexpected Champion, featuring Ben Askren, who's an undefeated pro MMA fighter and a wrestling Olympian. So you'll have all these UFC techniques via DVD from the entire seminar that we did, UFC Techniques Made Easy, and you'll also get a copy of the Ben Askren book sent to you 100% for free. Again, either give us a call at the number there or visit blackdiamondmma.com/UFC.